guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm just gonna be doing a chill draw with me. And I kind of drew two witches here, and they're kind of polar opposites, but I'm really proud of how the drawing turned out, so I hope you stick with the video and watch till the end to see the finished product. Today I'm also going to be talking a lot about OCs and just explaining all the different OC stories I have, since I have multiple and just added a new one. We kind of have everyone's favorite, which is Corrupted, and the thing with Corrupted is it's very similar to a lot of other OC stories and books, so I probably wouldn't publish it, and if I did publish it as a book or make a web comic or something, I'd probably change it up a bit just so it doesn't seem like I'm copying anyone. Also, here's the Pinterest board with all of my different characters and what they would look like. I just wanted to show you guys this because this is where kind of all my ideas are, so if you're really interested in that, you can go follow me on Pinterest. I'll link it. It's already linked down below in my description. So I think I'd just be better off explaining what the story is in general rather than trying to explain the main characters like I've been doing. So basically the main idea of Corrupted is it's an alternate universe than Earth. So in this alternate universe, it is like Earth, but certain kids can develop these certain powers that are called corrupted. So if you have a power, you're a corrupted kid, I guess, and your power is called a corrupted curse, or you're corrupted if you have a power. So each kid could have a different power, and it would vary depending on the kid. I've developed this story a lot and made different connections with other OC stories, and I'm not going to explain any of those because they're kind of confusing if you don't really know the story very well in general. Basically, when a kid gets their power, when it's normally around the age of 7 or 5, anywhere between there, they develop a power, and what normally parents would call the police, but when they call the police, the corrupted gets notified, and they come and pick up the kid and erase their parents' memories, and they erase the memories of anyone who knew the kid, so basically the kid gets wiped out of existence. But at the agency, the kids get to learn how to control their powers, but most of the time, none of the kids have very good luck with controlling their powers. And when the kids turn 18, they have a trial to see if they'll be released into the real world. And most of the times, kids succeed with their trial, and they've controlled their power enough that they could blend into the real world and hide their power. So then when they get released, they have the choice of going to school, and they kind of get to choose where they want to go and all that stuff. My story follows 4 main kids and their journeys with it, and it's kind of like 3 different stories inside of one story, since each kid has their own different perspective of what's going on with them, and then 2 of the characters are related in their stories because they end up dating. So, yeah. Also, I'm just now realizing this, but my audio sounds really bad in this, and I'm sorry. I'm recording in my basement instead of by my desk, so sorry the audio is kind of bad. And also, I use the same intro music as I did last week, so I'll definitely not use the same one again, but I kind of just like the tempo of it, so I can do a nice little edit really quick and fast. Makes it kind of engaging. Next, I'm going to talk about my OC traffic cone, and here's some pictures of her. I don't have a name for her story, so if you have any names, please recommend them. I did a full in-depth explanation a while ago, but it's pretty out of date, but it's still got the general idea, so if you really want to know about her, you can go watch that video. It's pretty old though, and my art has changed a lot, and her character design has also changed a lot. I changed her character design, gave her a redesign quite a while ago, but I am more satisfied with her new design, and it makes her stand out a lot more, I think. But I originally drew her for a 3 marker challenge, and I got bright colors, so ever since then I just fell in love with her design and kind of developed a story for her. I know it's kind of basic, but I think it's okay. Basically she lives in a place, and they go into a purge sort of thing where the government pays you to kill people because their city's overpopulated. Her best friend / partner is Ryan Rose, but the thing is, some drama happens between them, and Ryan ends up betraying Sama because Ryan is blind and needs the money to help with her eyes to cure them. So that's their story. Then we have, I know I've never talked about this, but I have Char is her name, Char. Her real name's Charcoal, but people call her Char. And the thing is, Char is a demon, and she lives in the underworld. And Char is a princess, and in this underworld, long hair means you're really royal. So if you have long hair, that means you're part of the royal family, because only royal bloods can grow out their hair. And Char has this like super long hair, and she's really close to her brother. And her brother is really close to her, and they hang out all the time when they were little. Then as her brother grows up, he has to become the king. So then Char gets angry, and she flees. And when you become a certain age, you get a bird that watches over you. I don't have a name for them yet, but I just like to call them the therapy birds. And the thing is, Char's therapy bird is like the 40-year-old man who just needs a cup of coffee. And so when she flees, he goes with her, and then they travel to the overworld, Earth, and they get transformed like out of their bodies kind of, so they look the same, but obviously Char doesn't have horns anymore, and the bird is now human. And so they kind of just the bird has to find Char because she kind of ran away, and then the bird helps Char hide from her family, and Char cuts her hair really short. I forgot to say that, but before she leaves, she cuts her hair really short, and like that's kind of like betraying the family. That's kind of Char's world for you. I don't have a name for that, and I don't really want a name since I don't talk about her that much and draw her that much. But I've had this OC story for quite a long time, and it would be cool if I gave her a redesign sometime. Lastly, I kind of want to just talk about my new story that I've been developing, and that story is called Fluorescent. I really don't want to explain much because I'm really proud of it, and I don't want anyone to copy me in any sort of way. But I also have a Pinterest board for it if you want to go just look at the characters and kind of the whole vibe of the story. It follows a main protagonist named Syria, who is a astronaut and aerospace engineer, and she has to go on a mission for some reason and winds up on this planet. And this planet is split up into light and dark, and the light people are called luminescents, and then the dark people are called ashnables. The ashnables obey the goddess Tenebrae, and the luminescents obey the goddess Lu. And it just kind of follows her story, and she has to go on this giant quest, and it's actually, there's a lot more to it. I just don't want to explain anything because I don't want anyone to copy me. So I've developed Syria's character though, and I've drawn her a couple times, and I really like her design. And the reason she has the flowers in her mask is because she can't breathe on this planet, so the goddess Lu grants her this breathing flower that's permanent, and it grows in her tank, and it provides her oxygen. And the whole story starts because mine mooning was made legal, which screwed up the planet, and this disease formed, and this disease was killing off planets. So she came up with this idea of how to counteract it, and went on a quest to find this thing from a planet that was very likely to have life. And it kind of just follows her story, and it's kind of cool, and I hope I can actually write it out. I've started it, and hopefully publish it. I think that would be really cool. Here's how the drawing actually turned out, and I was really proud of it in the end. I used two references because it was a DTIYS, and here are the two references I used for those. And then I cleaned up my desk because it was a mess, and here's a little montage of me doing that. And that's all I have. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.